In this workshop, we are going to simulate friction stir welding process or FSW using the Eulerian element. One of the parts will be used is a plate with dimensions of 0.2 by 0.2 meters with a thickness of 20 millimeters. Here is the front view of the plate. The other part is a pin, which its dimensions are displayed here. Contact details and boundary conditions, the friction coefficient between the plate and the pin is 0.4. The initial temperature for all parts is 25 degrees centigrade. The pin rotational speed is 60 radians per second and will move 176 millimeters in this direction. This table shows the parameters required for Johnson-Cook plasticity and Johnson-Cook damage. Now let's use Abaqus to simulate the FSW model using the Eulerian element. First, the parts are created in the part module by the dimensions given in PowerPoint. As mentioned earlier, the plate is a rectangular cube measuring 200 by 200 millimeters with a thickness of 2 millimeters. To create the part, click on the Create Part tool. Modeling space is in 3D. Select the Eulerian type because we want to model an Eulerian analysis. Finally, we select the Extruded Solid from the Base feature. The part has already been created. We can see the plate sketch here, a 0.2 by 0.2 meters rectangle with an extruded thickness of 200 millimeters. After completing the proper partitioning, we created the part 2. You need to draw a sketch according to the specifications given in PowerPoint. As you see, we draw the sketch and rotate it around the axis. To create this part, select the deformable type, choose the solid shape and revolution type. Note that while the pin is considered to be deformable in part module, we will eventually consider the pin as rigid part. The necessary settings in the interaction module to convert the pin to a rigid part will be explained later. Note that since the pin is to be considered rigid, a reference point must be defined for it. In the property module, the mechanical properties must be specified for both the plate and the pin. Indeed, the mechanical properties of the pin are symbolic because the pin will later be rigid in the interaction module. But since the pin is modeled as of deformable type, the material must be assigned to it. Now let's see the material properties. Select the conductivity from the thermal menu. Just remember all units are SI. Select the Johnson-Cook damage from the mechanical menu, then select damage evolution from sub-options. Select the density from the general menu. From the mechanical menu, select the elastic and enter the required values. To enter the expansion coefficient, select the expansion from the mechanical menu. Also, insert a specific heat from the thermal menu. After this, we need to create sections. Now let's create a section for the pin. Select Solid from the category and select Homogeneous. Then assign the section to the pin. It is time for the assembly module. In this module, we must place the plate part 1 and the pin part 2 in a proper position. As shown, the pin is located at the beginning of the plate and at the appropriate height from it. To have a better view, we change the color mapping from assembly defaults to part instance. In the step module, since our analysis is a dynamic explicit and we have temperature changes as well, the step must be dynamic temperature displacement explicit. We set the time period to 1 second. Since the deformations may be large and there are effects of damage as well, we turn on the nonlinear geometry option. Load module. Note that in this module, one of the most important things is to define the boundary conditions. Well, in the first step, we need to close the two sides of the plate completely. It is clear that both sides of the plate are fixed with clamps. Next, we need to fix the pin in the initial step, and in step 1, give it the appropriate displacement using displacement rotation option, which will be in the U3 direction, and as mentioned in PowerPoint, it is 176 millimeters. Note that the pin also has a rotational speed. To define the rotational speed, we must define another boundary condition. Moreover, the rotational speed should not be in conflict with the displacement boundary condition. Therefore, since the rotation is about the y-axis, leave the UR2 degree of freedom unconstrained in this movement definition. How to increase the displacement from 0 to 176 mm is done by defining an amplitude here. The material assignment in the Eulerian method is a combination of the property and load module settings. Mesh module. Note that since the type of the plate is Eulerian, the element type must be Eulerian as well. Next, we must mesh the pin. Note that since the pin is modeled as a rigid body, its element type would be symbolic. From the element library, select explicit, linear from geometric order, and couple temperature displacement from the family. Finally, in the job module, we run the simulation. Since the analysis is Eulerian type, it would take more time to complete the job than the Lagrangian method. The analysis was performed discontinuously, so it took a few days to have it completed. We used only one CPU to run the analysis, and it took 38,840 seconds to complete the job. We can see the results by clicking on the Results button. For example, when the pin reaches the end of its path, you can see the plastic strain. Note that since we defined the two parts, ABS1 and ABS2, the variables exist for both parts separately. Select ABS1 to display the stress distribution on the left side. Select ABS2 to see the stresses on the right side. Also, you can display other outputs such as plastic strain, equivalent plastic strain, and thermal flux. Moreover, to display the nodal temperature in the whole model, select the NT11 variable. Now click on the Animate tool to display the pin movements and the nodal temperature distribution in a sequence of contour plots. Other variables such as displacement, stress, and temperature can be displayed as well. Since the temperature depends on the elements, It can be displayed separately on the left or right side. The NT11 variable is the nodal temperature, so the temperature distribution will be displayed for the whole model. Therefore, how the parameter distribution is displayed depends on whether the parameter is an integration point or nodal. Note that when the pin hasn't reached this node, its temperature is the same as the initial temperature, and after the pin reaches it, it has different temperature. The results are displayed in this diagram, which looks correct. First, the temperature equals the initial temperature, then it rises. Click the Query tool, then select the probe values. In the beginning, it is clear that the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and then it rises. The maximum temperature is 1669 degrees Celsius, and after the pin is passed from the node, the temperature decreases. Now we have completely explained the simulation of the FSW using the Eulerian method. Of course, as mentioned before, the analysis time will be longer than the Lagrangian analysis. Thanks for watching.